and welcome to this video. And today I want to do a 24-hour readathon. I picked a few books, so it's basically going to be a Halloween readathon. Today is the 31st. So yeah, I'm also actually expecting that there will be a few children ringing on my door. So yeah, the books I picked. The first one is A Song of Legends Lost, so it's not really a scary book, but I really want to finish it. It's really thick and I'm not even at page 100, but soon. Yeah, so far I like the characters, although I like the point of view of one of the characters more, because the other one is kind of like this royal family part. Not sure if that's correct. But yeah, I like the other part more, where they are basically selling illegal artifacts. It's just way more interesting. Yeah, so that is the first book I want to read. Then over here I have two more. Yeah, I have The Staircase in the Woods. It's an actual horror book, so I probably read that later when it's darker. Yeah, so far I really like it. I'm actually at page 57, so yeah, still have quite a lot to go. So far I enjoyed it. I just stopped reading because I haven't been reading much lately. And yeah, the next book is Overgrowth. So this is technically a science fiction book, but it's also, yeah, I've heard that some people think it's kind of scary, so that it basically fits into science fiction but also horror. I read till page 66, so still have a way to go. So far I really enjoy it. Yeah, and the last book I picked so far is Folk. This one I will be listening to as an audiobook, because at some point I need to do some cooking. I also have to definitely vacuum. So yeah, I'm just going to listen to the audiobook while doing that. And yeah, so here I am at page 108 already. And if I run out of the audiobook while I still doing all of the tasks, I also have another audiobook that I want to finish. It's from The Mask City. I think it's called that. I probably put the picture somewhere here. And yeah, I will be listening to that if I run out of audiobook. And I'm actually going to start with the audiobook now. Yeah, but I'm actually going to start the timer on my tablet because I'm filming with my phone. And yeah, I'll start listening. I think I do like a check-in every hour. Like obviously if I'm shopping, I'm not going to talk in the store. I will make an update when I'm back, but my plan is to do like an update every hour. So yeah, or like about every hour. Yeah, so let's start with the timer. Okay, so this is the update for the first hour, so it's actually an hour and about 4 minutes. And yeah, so I listened to Folk, I did some cleaning, tidying up and so on. And yeah, I'm now at chapter 15. No, I was at chapter 15, now I'm at chapter 22. Almost 45 pages, so it's actually really good. So yeah, after starting, like I don't even remember when I last read in this book. Okay, so I'm back from my shopping trip. I also already cooked and have eaten and just continued listening to the audiobook. And yeah, so it's already now 4 hours and 10 minutes in. Yeah, I listened to Folk during this, so yeah, I listened for, well, now in total 4 hours of Folk. I'm now at page 304, and there's like 2.5 hours left of this book. And yeah, so I have to say it just got better. Okay, so now we are 5 hours in, and I have a little bit less than 19 hours left. I decided to read in A Song of Legends Lost, and yeah, I'm actually enjoying it right now. So I'm back now, 18 hours left, so we have 1/4 of the readathon. Yeah, so I did continue reading in A Song of Legends Lost. And yes, I finished like the first part, so now it says part 2. And I realized, like in part 1, there were the point of view of Yinao and Temi. Yeah, and I liked the point of view of Temi the most, and now it's not hers anymore, so there's 2 new people. Yeah, I would have preferred to see her point of view still as often. Yeah, I like it still, so it's really good. Okay, I'm back for the next update. It is now 6 p.m, so I have 15 hours and 22 minutes left. I made myself some tea again and so on, and I did read. I read a little bit more. I wanted to get to the next tab in here, so page 218. Very excited about this, and I'm going to keep reading. Probably, yeah, I think I'll read to the next of these post-its. Oh, this will actually be then part 3 of the book. That is, yeah, about 80 pages, which will take me probably more than 2 hours. And then I'll switch back to Folk and eat. Probably. I'm going to read in here. If I'm too hungry, I'll switch first, but I picked myself up some cookies. So yeah, we'll see each other for the next update. Okay, so we almost finished 10 hours. I have 14 hours and 7 minutes left. And yeah, I kept reading in here and more things are happening. I kind of have the feeling that basically everyone in this book, like, they first had their normal life and that they basically lose their normal life now, and that in probably not maybe this book, but maybe also in a later book, they will find together and fight whatever is to fight. I'm actually not sure what they are supposed to fight. So 10 hours of reading are done, and yeah, we'll see each other in like an hour again. Okay, so I did read for an hour, so I have about 13 hours left, and yeah, I did finish part 2 of the book, so next is part 3. I'm at page 296. Well, actually the next 2 pages, there's no text on it, so 298. And this is also from the side of a new character that hasn't appeared yet, which will be the point of view in the next chapter. So that could be interesting. Apart from that, it's still the other characters from the part before. And yeah, things are developing in here. Yeah, so it might actually get a little bit more confusing that now there are 4 point of views in the next section. But there are always new characters introduced, and I'm quite excited to figure out how all of these things tie together. But I don't think we are going to figure it out in this book, more like in the next one. I actually am going to look up when the next book will come out. But yeah, I'm going to eat something now, so I switch to Feddenfolk, and yeah, I am going to listen to that for a while, and do a little bit something different. I have to get my eyes off the pages. Okay, so I did listen to Feddenfolk, some more of it, and I also I didn't just eat, I also did some crafting that I wanted to do, but yeah, we only have 11 hours and like 30 minutes left, which is still a lot, so we are a little bit over halfway through. Actually, I didn't check on which page I am now, so I'm now on page 362, and I already forgot how many pages it has. So it has 417 pages, so yeah, I'm close to finishing it. You can see here. This here is where I started, so we will be finishing this book. Okay, so I'm back from the bathtub. It is now, well, after 11 p.m. I have 10 hours left and 10 minutes, and I realized that I'm getting like less focused, and that I'm getting slowly bored by this book, even though it's good, but I've been reading it for, I don't know, 8 hours now. So yeah, that might be a problem. I did read another 3 chapters, so actually I think I'll go to bed now because I realized that I can't really concentrate anymore, and I'll finish the readathon tomorrow. Yeah, so that is probably what I'm going to do, because I'm realizing if I keep reading now, like I probably could at least read for another 4 hours, but I think that will put me back into a reading slump, like that I'm not touching a book again for a long time, which has happened. Actually, I haven't really read much since the last time I decided to do sort of a readathon. I basically just tried to read 3 books and finish them, which I did, but then I didn't read anything at all for a few days. Yeah, so this is the timer now with 10 hours and 1 minute, and I'm going to pause it now and read tomorrow. So yeah, I'm going to do that, and we'll see each other when I'm awake again. I probably get up earlier anyway, but yeah, I need to get my brain to think of something else. Yeah, so I can actually focus on anything. But yeah, so I'll finish the last 10 hours of reading tomorrow. Good morning. so it's the next day. Still 10 hours left. And yeah, so it's 9 a.m. I slept quite well. And yeah, as I wasn't sure in which book I want to continue yesterday, I now am sure, because when I woke up I was constantly thinking about what is now going to happen in Folk. So I will be continuing Folk, as I only have like I think an hour and 10 minutes left to listen to it, so that is what I'm going to do. Also, I realized I think I need a break from this book, not because it's bad, but because there was just a lot in here, and I think I need some time to think of that, over that. Maybe I'll finish like the section I started. Actually, how many pages is it? Oh, it's a lot. Yeah, so that would be 35 pages. Yeah, maybe I'll do that afterwards. And yeah, now I'm going to finish Folk first. And yeah, so I'm going to start the timer now. And yeah, we'll see each other when I finished Folk, so a little bit over an hour. Okay, so I just finished listening to Folk, and the ending definitely wasn't what I expected, at least after the last check-in. Yeah, so the ending was actually really good, and I'm quite excited for the next book, like it's a duology. Yeah, so I'll definitely get the next book too. So yeah, this was a really good book. And yeah, so now I have 8 hours and 48 minutes left. So it took me a little bit more than an hour to finish, but yeah. I am going to put this in the shelf now. Well, not actually now, but I'm going to write down how many pages I read in here. So now I have 7 hours and 46 minutes left. I wanted to do this check-in earlier, but I didn't. Yeah, I read till page 368, so yeah, I managed to read to the next tab, which I now removed. I do like how things happen, but then also like it's just getting more and more complex, which I mean is fine, but I really need a break from this book. So I'm going to switch to Staircase in the Wood. Okay, so I did read almost 30 pages in this Staircase in the Woods, and yeah, I really like it. So yeah, I'm now at chapter 18. Well, they are quite short. Some of these chapters, well, actually the next one is longer, but I know that some of them are actually quite short, even just 1 page. Yeah, I like it, and actually I have to be honest, it's easier to read because yeah, there's like no fantasy words, there's no concepts that don't exist. Yeah, so it's very different from A Song of Legends Lost, and just easier to read, as this happens in like the normal world that we know, while the other ones don't. So yeah, really enjoying this. Yeah, so I have 7 hours left. So I'm back from not only eating, but also I did some reading and I made myself some tea, and I have 6 hours left. So 3/4 are done of the readathon, and I continued in this book. I'm now at page 112. So I have a feeling that I can read this much quicker than the other book, but word-wise or like from brain-wise easier to read. But yeah, so far I like it, and actually I think I could potentially finish this today, which would be good because then I'd have 2 books finished. So yeah, I'm going to keep reading in The Staircase in the Woods. So now just 5 hours left, and I enjoy this book a lot. So now it's actually present, everything that happened, which is good because that's more interesting and things are starting to happen. And yeah, I'm going to continue reading in this. Alright, so 4 hours left, and yeah, I kept reading in this book. I read like 30 something pages, so not as quick as before, but still, yeah, like in 13 pages I'm halfway through the book, so yeah. Okay, so I now only have a little bit under 3 hours left. I continued with Staircase in the Woods, and it's just getting better. So now there are things happening. I'm really enjoying it. Also, the chapters from the past are getting fewer, which is good in that case because, well, I think they could have been a little bit shorter, but yeah, what's currently happening is really interesting. Yeah, so only 2 hours left. It's actually 1.5 hours later than the last check-in. I did stop the timer for half an hour because I was on the phone, so not reading. And yeah, but I did start it again when I came back to reading. And yeah, so now I am on page 256. So yeah, it's still really good. And yeah, I'm going to continue in this again for the next hour. And I have to be honest, I really love the short chapters. Although some are longer, but yeah, it's getting interesting. Something happened. If you've read this book, actually I would like to know what you thought of it. And yeah, things are happening, so I'm going to continue reading. Okay, so the last hour of the readathon has begun. I'm still in The Staircase in the Woods, and yeah, so I'm at page 295, and things are getting interesting, like even more interesting than before. And yeah, I'm just really excited to figure out what else is going on in this book. And yeah, so I'm actually close to finishing the part till this tab here. So that would mean I only have like 2 sections left of the original read-along, but well, I'm not following that obviously. But yeah, so I hope in the last few minutes I can at least read more. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And afterwards I'll talk a little bit about the books. Okay, so I reached the end of the readathon. I just paused it at 1 second. So yeah, that was the end of the readathon. I I only finished Folk. I thought I could finish 4 books. I only finished 1. So in total I read 860 pages. The most, Folk, which was the audiobooks, so it was 310. I did enjoy this book. I'm definitely going to buy the second one, and I'm sure I'm going to enjoy this one too. So it was like a great book. For me, I think the problem why I never continued this was because I just was in a pretty bad reading slump. Also, I had the feeling, like in the beginning, there was like a lot of world building. Also, I found one of the characters very immature, so I didn't really want to read her perspective, so that was a problem. But I like how it progressed and how everything ended. Then I read 272 pages in A Song of Legends Lost. I enjoyed this book a lot. Well, I still am going to enjoy it. I haven't finished it. But so I realized it's like a very complex high fantasy book. At least I think it's high fantasy. Would make sense how complex it is, but it needs a lot of brain power to keep up with like the magic system, how all of these things change, and like what they discover new, all of the things, and like there's different things they can do, there are different abilities some of them have, and some have like ranks that don't exist in our world, and like all of the magic terms that we don't have in a normal thing, and like the sometimes a little bit medieval sentencing or how they speak, so that it just takes a lot of brain power, and I just needed a break. Then I probably could have finished it during the readathon, but I just needed a break from it, which worked quite great when I switched to the Staircase in the Woods. Here I read 278 pages, so I was a lot faster, mainly because I didn't have to read over some words twice or need that much brain power to think of it, about it. And I have like 65 pages, but let's say 70, there's a few more pages in the back, about 70 pages left, and I enjoyed it so far. Now things are starting to happen, the characters are now I'm not sure how to say this, they are discovering things about themselves and the others, so I'm actually really excited. So they are basically searching for their lost friend, and I'm interested in if they're actually going to find him. So hopefully the last 70 pages are as good as the rest was. So I still have to say the short chapters are really nice to read, because you can start more often. And so I have to say, I didn't actually plan on taking a break during the readathon, but I think sleeping in between did really help, especially because right before I went to bed, I wasn't sure if I wanted to continue any book. I didn't know what to even keep reading. I was actually very close to just been like, okay, I'm gonna pick up a German book, but I want to finish some that I started, so that really wasn't something I wanted to do. Also, I don't actually have that many German books, so yeah. But yeah, splitting it definitely helped, so I might actually try a readathon again, but then I probably not do like I might try to actually read through it, but I might pick everything but high fantasy, I guess. So yeah, I'm actually happy with how it turned out, so reading that many pages. Also, I had the idea for a while to read 100 pages every day. Seeing how this happened, I probably would have to read 3 hours every day, depending on the book. But yeah, I'm happy how this turned out, and actually I think this probably took me out of the reading slump, because I always wanted to grab this book, and well, also I had more the feeling to grab for a book with this than the other one, but also after sleeping I really wanted to know how Fennerfolk continues on, and I also want to now know what happens in Tideborn. So I think it really helped me to, get back into reading. I also had this the last time I did read a lot, although I think I didn't actually film it. I did it, I think, just like one day, like in the morning I got up and started reading until the day was over. And yeah, after that I was also like, yeah, I'm gonna read more books. So I'm definitely going to listen to more audiobooks. Like I have a few books that I probably am going to enjoy as audiobooks. And apart from that, I realized I actually like laying down on my sofa, just grabbing my book. To be fair, I always like having like a video going on, just basically like just there's noise. It's already usually videos that I already know or have seen quite often. Yeah, I might finish this book, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do that today. Anyway, the readathon is officially over, and I hope you enjoyed following me with this journey. I probably repeated myself 100 times, but well, that's what I have to figure out in editing. Yeah, so if you've read any of these books, I would like to know what you think about them. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see each other soon. Bye!